Hello, welcome to a new update, this time from Vietnam. I have spent the last 5 months here living with my girlfriend and working remotely from abroad. It's a bit hot, but as you can see, we managed to find an apartment high up and there's no building next to us, so we have a broad open view and this helps to get some wind blowing in. Before I came here, I thought it's maybe not the best time to do that since I was at the beginning of the editing process and there was still a lot to do. But now, after having finished the first rough cut, I think the Dreamlands have benefited from this situation because if you move to another country and spend more time there, it does something with your brain. You have to adapt to this new environment. You have to learn the local language. There are so many new things to experience and to try out. And so regarding the edit, I think this opened new paths, new narrative possibilities emerged when I watched the footage. I mean, we're still not there. We still don't have a full, complete movie yet. But a big step was made now, and I can see this full movie now. So the fog has finally lifted, and I'm very, very happy with what has emerged so far. There are still some white spots though. 2 scenes are missing that we still have to shoot. A great part of those scenes were meant to take place in the Castello di Sammezzano near Florence in Italy. And as you might remember from previous updates, it was always our dream to go to that special place and film very important moments of our film there. So we always postponed our schedule in the last blocks of shooting. We postponed these 2 scenes to wait and see in the hopes that maybe the situation might change there. But unfortunately, to no avail. So now we have to switch the plan. We have to make a new plan. There's another castle not very far from the Castello di Sammezzano. It's on the other side of the Apennines, closer to Bologna. The Rocchetta Mattei. It's a castle that could fit. Let's see. Jan and me, we're going to drive there, go there, and see if it really fits next month when I'm back in Europe. Another chunk of those 2 scenes were meant to take place in the Würzburg residence, a big Baroque castle, and we arranged everything during our second block of shooting, but a big TV production decided to shoot there too, and somehow the managers of that castle forgot about everything that we discussed with them so far. And so, yeah, in the end, we had to make way for that bigger production. But in the end, it is good, I think. We are now looking into other German Baroque castles. And the fact that we are approaching those 2 scenes as the final missing piece in our puzzle is a great opportunity. This gives us the ability to rethink and adjust core narratives of this film. By coincidence, those 2 scenes that are missing come right before and after the scene that we shot on the very first day of our first block of shooting in Leipzig in the Völkerschlachtdenkmal, the monument of the Battle of Nations. The actors were great, perfectly well prepared, but I haven't planned that day of shooting very well. The distance was way too long. We lost a lot of time to unload the equipment. And so there was not enough time left to give this scene the proper time. And I didn't scout the place well enough. When we shot, I saw many of those lamps and we couldn't switch them off. And so now we would have to remove them in post-production. It would make a lot of sense to reshoot that scene since together with those 2 missing scenes, this would build a block, a unit. It depends on the schedule of our 2 main actors if we can make that happen. Let's see. Let's keep fingers crossed. We would also not go back to Leipzig to reshoot that scene. We would bring that scene to a new location, to one of those 2 castles that we are going to scout. And as you just heard from me, if you go to another place, this can bring and get you a fresh perspective. So I'm very curious to reshoot that scene and see what this new location would also bring to that particular scene. Talking about switching locations, let's get back to my situation. My flight back to Germany is going very soon. So I have to leave Vietnam. It's very sad. I've spent such a great time here. But that's how life is. And as you just heard, there are great things for the Dreamlands to look forward to in Europe. So see you there. in the next update.